Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Charlie Mike 5 coming to you on Sunday, September 23rd, 2018. We're out for a bit of a ride today. I just got paid and there's a bunch of stuff I'd like to go buy. A couple of stuff I've been keeping my eye on. But yeah, I got some other stuff coming up, so I shouldn't really be spending my money today. At least not on the stuff I want. So I figured we'd go out for a motorcycle ride instead. So here we are. It's a nice fall day. It's definitely fall is definitely here. It's 60 degrees right now according to my bike. It feels a little cooler than that, honestly. We had a really nice summer for us in this area. A lot of high 80 degree days. And really in the matter of, I want to say about 2 weeks, we've gone from high 80s to the 60. So we've dropped quite a few degrees really in just a couple weeks, and I think I've just got to get used to the change in the weather. I'm wearing a regular t-shirt today with one of the thicker Carhartt sweatshirts on top of it. It usually keeps me pretty warm and comfortable for the Seattle weather. But riding the bike today, the wind's still cutting through the sweatshirt a little bit, and that's kind of surprising me a little bit. So I think it's just me, I'm not used to 60 with the wind chill after that really nice summer we had. But it's still a nice fall day, so I'll take it. And I thought I would take the ride home and ride some of the back roads I grew up on. We all grow up and, move out of the house and become, our own person, and life takes us different places. But, every once in a while, I like to come back and, just take the back roads. This is pretty much where I grew up, guys. I mean, not on this road, actually. It was just a couple miles inland. But this is where I spent all my time growing up as a kid. These are the waters I'd fish. This is obviously salt water here. It's part of the Puget Sound. And that, if you can see it in the distance, I don't know how the camera's going to pick it up, but that's the ferry in the background. That's the Seattle to Bremerton ferry. And guys, I loved this place when I was growing up. I really did. And it's I don't come back here a whole lot, just because life's taking me other places. But I thought, instead of spending money today and buying things that I don't need but I want, I thought a motorcycle ride, would be just a better choice for today. All I got to pay for is motorcycle gas, and that's a lot cheaper. Been looking at some 1911s, and I'm a banjo player, so I've been looking at different banjos, and I got certified to scuba dive this summer. So, dive gear is expensive. All my hobbies are expensive. It's just what hobby am I putting money into this month? And guys, this is why I love growing up here so much. All these people on the road, with the dog, the jogger. Growing up, we all knew each other. It really was a small little town. Oh, here we go. Point White Dock. This actually in the 40s used to be a passenger ferry terminal. But you can imagine how small the foot ferries were in the 1940s. And yeah, this is, we got one guy fly fishing. Okay, that's cool. I used to fly fish, but I like gear fishing better. But this dock, guys, I have spent so many hours on this dock fishing. It's unbelievable. You can't even count the number of hours. Great place to grow up, really was. Oh God, so many memories. But that's the point of coming back, isn't it? And growing up on this part, these, couple streets, all the dogs ran wild, you know. So when I was fishing, there were always friendly dogs coming up to you. There was always somebody, usually, you know, in a lawn chair on the beach, just reading a book, you know, before all those e-books and stuff came out. Yeah, when it was just a really great place to grow up. I don't think you truly appreciate it, you know, as a child growing up. Because what can you compare it to? You don't know anything else. I love growing up here. It was so much fun. And I had great friends too. And this is also the same road that the professor from Gilligan Island retired to. He's passed away now. He died several years ago, but he was a local celebrity. And I just always loved the water back here. It always looks so calming to me. You're pretty well protected here, so even when it's rougher waters out in the sound, this little channel tends to stay a little bit more calm. And when I spent 8 years as a volunteer firefighter. For 3 years of it, I was a resident. That means I literally lived inside the fire station. The fire station was my home. Crew quarters were on top of the station, but this was my district. This is, I mean, I'd respond anywhere, but this was my designated district when I was in the fire service. So I kind of pushed for it, but I love the fact that I got to respond to calls on the same district I grew up in. Number one, it was because I wanted to make sure I knew all the roads, and I grew up here, so of course I know all the roads. But it was just that pride in not just serving the community, but serving the special little sub-community that I grew up in. I loved it. Speed limit's not real fast on this road. And that little pier where we were just at, I would, on a slow day, I had a pretty cool fire chief back in you know, my residency. As long as I stayed within my district, he didn't really care what I did or where I went. You know, obviously we're allowed to go to the grocery store, buy food and that kind of stuff. And these guys are 3 wide, which you're not supposed to do on a blind turn. And that's why we don't do that. Okay, we survived. We survived. Okay. So anyway, I loved growing up here. A lot of great memories. And like I said, I'd take the fire engine down to the pier and I'd just hang out for the afternoon, at least till sunset. Spend an hour or two down on the beach, and you know, of course if a call went in, I went on it, but you know, that was that. So yeah, so just a nice little ride today, guys. There's not a whole lot going on or to talk about other than the bikers I just honked at. Yeah, it's just really interesting because I have the, you know, the memories of growing up with the memories of firefighting, which, you know, there's some good memories firefighting and there's some bad, so it's always a real mix of emotions to come back to this area and, you know, just see how it's changed. And because, you know, as people change, so do the cities and everything else. So oh, and you can smell the salt water, very strong. And this little stretch, it's always been very strong smell of salt water year round. I don't know, just kind of feels like, I don't want to say like home. I've made my home other places, but it definitely feels like childhood, if that makes any sense. Oh. I'm not riding too good today. I had my feet up on the pegs and I forgot to downshift. So that's it, guys. I hope everybody's having a good day. And yeah, I might come back and show you guys another little part of where I used to grow up. But if not, you guys have a good day. Stay safe driving, riding. Talk to you later. I just took a picture. I want to stop recording.